In this little podcast, my colleagues Vanessa, Santiago, and I, we talk about emotions and why we believe it is important to know them and make correct use of them. Emotions are an integral part of the human experience, serving as psychophysiological response to various stimuli, from euphoria to melancholy. Emotions cover broad and complex spectrum that influences of perception of the world and your daily interactions with all the persons and things. This emotional response not only affect our thoughts actions, but they also play a crucial role in making decisions and forming our relationships. Each emotion carries with a unique set of characteristics, facial expressions, and physiological changes, providing a means of nonverbal communication between individuals. Furthermore, emotions are not static. They involve an intertwined and dynamic dance that reflects the complexity of the human experience, awareness, and understanding of our own emotions, as well as empathy towards the emotions of the others, are essential elements for effective communication and healthy relationships. Neuroscience has revealed the biological basis of emotions, showing how the brain processes and regulates these responses. However, emotions are also shaped by cultural and social factors, giving rise to varied emotional expression in different communities and contexts. Este, Emotional intelligence, the ability to recognize, understand, and manage emotions, has become essential for emotional well being and success in personal and professional life. Ultimately, exploring the complex world of emotions invites us to delve deeper into our own humanity and connections with the others. And, and yes, it's a little introduction to emotions.
Hey, have you ever thought about how emotions impact our daily lives?
Absolutely. Emotions play a significant role in shaping our experiences. For instance, joy can make a day memorable, while sadness can be quite challenging.
That's true. And sometimes it's hard to understand why we feel a certain way. Like, why do we get anxious even when there's no apparent reasons? See, you know.
Okay, that's interesting. Emotions are complex. They can be influenced by so many factors, both internal and external.
Right, and cultural difference can also shape how we express and interpret emotions. What may be considered normal in one culture might be perceived differently in another one.
I find it's fascinating how emotions are interconnected. For instance, a small success can lead to happiness, while a setback might trigger frustration or disappointment.
Absolutely. It's like when an intricate web where one emotion can lead to another one. And sometimes it's challenging to break free from a cycle of negative emotions.
That's where self awareness comes handy. Understanding our emotions allows to negative through them more effectively.
True. Having supportive relationships can make a big difference. Sharing our feelings with others can provide comfort and perspective.
It's a constant learning process, understanding and managing our emotions, but it's a crucial aspect of leading a balanced and fulfilling life.
Couldn't agree more. Embracing our emotions, both positive and negative, is part of being a human being. It's what makes our journey unique and rich with experiences.
Well said. So, how do your guys deal with challenging emotions when they arise?
Personally, I try to take a step back, reflect, and find healthy outlets. Whether it's talking to someone, or engaging in activities that I'll enjoy.
I practice mindfulness. It helps me stay present and not get overwhelmed by the intensity of emotions. And of course, having a good laugh with friends can be a great mood lifter.
Those are some great strategies. I think finding what works for each of us is the key to managing our emotions effectively.
Absolutely. It's an ongoing journey, and we're all learning as we go.
Speaking of learning, I have found that even seemed like negative emotions like frustration or disappointment can teach us valuable lessons.
Absolutely. Those emotions often signal areas in our lives that need attention or adjustment. It's like our emotions are messengers trying to communicate something important.
It's interesting how our perceptions of emotions change over time. What may have felt unreliable in the past might now be something that we can navigate more skillfully. That's resiliency in action. Developing emotional resiliency is crucial in dealing with life's ups and downs. It's not about avoiding difficult emotions, but learning how to bounce back from them.
And it is okay not to have everything figured out. Sometimes you just acknowledging what we feel is the first step in understanding and managing our emotions.
True, it's a journey of self discovery, and it's okay to seek help with when it's needed. Whether it's from friends, family, or even a professional support, having a network makes a significant differences.
Plus, being open about our emotions fosters connection. It's reassuring to know that others go through similar experiences and we're not alone in this emotional roller coaster.
Definitely. Let's not forget about the positive side of emotions. Celebrating successes, big or small ones, adds richness to a life that equally important.
It's the balance between the highs and lows that makes our emotional landscape so dynamic. It's what makes us human.
Well said. Well said. Embracing our humanity with all its our emotions is the key to aspects of living a full life. So, what's a recent emotion, insight, or experience that has stood out for you guys?
For me, it was releasing that vulnerability is not a weakness but a strength. Opening up about my struggles actually depended my connections with others.
That's powerful. For me, it was understanding that it's okay to prioritize self care without feeling guilty. Taking time for myself impacts how I navigate and respond to various emotions.
Those are profound insights. It goes to show that our relationship with emotions evolves, and with each revelation, we become more attuned to our own well being.
Absolutely. It's a lifelong journey, and I'm grateful for the continuous opportunities to learn and grow emotionally.
Well, here's to embracing, to yearning, navigating to beautiful complexity of our emotions.
Cheers to that. It's a journey worth taking, and we're all in it together.
Speaking of journeys, have you noticed how your surroundings can influence our emotions? The environment we're in, where it's nature or bustling city, can have significant impact.
Definitely. I found solace in nature. It has this calming effect that helps me center myself. On the flip side, busy city space can sometimes amplify stress. It's like our surroundings become a part of our emotional experience.
That's so true. Even the colors in a room or the lighting can affect our mood. It's fascinating how external factors play into our internal emotional landscape.
And different cultures have unique ways of expressing and interpreting emotions. For instance, some cultures may encourage more emotional restraining, while others celebrate expressive emotions. It adds another layer to the complexity of emotional experiences.
It's interesting how cultural influence shape our emotional norms. I can lead to misunderstandings, but it also enriches our understanding of diverse perspectives.
I agree. Cultural awarenesses is crucial in fostering empathy and creating connections. It helps us appreciate the richness that different emotional expressions bring to the tapestry of human experience.
Switching gears a bit, how do you think technology impacts our emotional lives? Social media, for example, has transformed how we share and perceive emotions.
It's a double-edged sword. In one hand, it connects us with the people globally, and we can share our joys and challenge. On the other hand, the curate navigation can be social media sometimes creates unrealistic expectations and fosters a fear of missing out.
That's true. It's important to be mindful of how much time we spend online and to create our digital spaces in a way that supports our well being.
And the immediacy of communications through technology can sometimes lead to misunderstandings like text lags or the nuances. Face to face conversations and emotions can be easily misinterpreted.
Absolutely. Emojis and exclamation points can only convey so much. It's crucial to remember that behind every text is a real person with real emotions.
So true. It's about finding a balance and using technology as a tool to engage, not replace. Genuine human connections. What are your thoughts on this?
I completely agree. It's about being intentional in our use of technology and maintaining a healthy balance between the digital and the real world. After all, our emotions thrive in authentic, meaningful connections.
We'll say it's a reminder that even in this digital age, the core of our emotional experiences remains deeply rooted in our humanity.
This has been a thought provoking discussion in the intricate and diverse aspects of our emotional journeys.
It's fascinating how emotions weave into every aspect of our lives, from personal growth to cultural influences and even technology.
Indeed, let's continue embracing the complexity of our emotions, learning from each experience and supporting one another on this ever evolving journey.
Cheers to that. May our emotional landscapes continue to flourish, and we navigate the heights and lows with resilience and understanding.
Thank you both for these enriching conversations. Until next time, take care and stay emotionally connected.
Likewise, wishing you a wonderful journey filled with joy, self discovery, and meaningful connections until we chat again. Goodbye.
In conclusion, the emotions are basic and fundamentally for self knowledge and knowledge of the world. In this way, we learn to have a balance with all yourselves and those around us so we can see things from a subjective perspective. And it's everything for today. And thanks for listening this little podcast. And I hope un 10.